Hello, my beautiful people. I'm in a rocking chair today. So I'm having fun with the rocking chair. It's a really nice rocking chair. It's also a recliner. I would recline, but it would hit the tripod, and I don't want to do that. So, enough stalling. Thomas and Friends Abridged Season 2 has officially wrapped up, which means only one thing. We're taking a break. We are taking a break from Thomas and Friends Abridged for the time being. And as per tradition in this channel, when we take a break from Thomas and Friends Abridged, we get things started on a whole new series. When we wrapped up season 1, we started Animal Logic, the animated series. And when we wrapped up the first half of season 2, we started Chad Stevenson. And now that we've officially wrapped up season 2 in its entirety, it is only a matter of time that we start a brand new series. Last time I announced a new series, I kind of kept it a little vague because I wasn't entirely sure exactly what I wanted it to be. Of course, that ended up being Chad Stevenson, the world's greatest YouTuber, and I'm not entirely done with Chad's story just yet. So this time around, I'm not going to really keep anything vague on what the new series is going to be. I am, in fact, going to tell you exactly what we're doing for the next Weird TV original series. The show will act as a spin-off slash sequel slash sister series to Thomas and Friends Abridged. And if you guys know anything, and I mean anything, about the history of Thomas the Tank Engine, I think you have a good idea on what the show will be. Just for the hell of it, here's a little teaser.
Reach for the speed, reach for the whistle, go where the rail may run. Reach for the words, reach for the story, follow the rainbow sun. To a shining time station, where dreams can come true, waiting there for you.
Yes, that's right. The next Weird TV original series will be Shining Time Station Abridged. Calling this Shining Time Station Abridged is really just for brand purposes, so that people know that it's connected to Thomas and Friends Abridged, because it's really not an abridged series. It's more like, you guys remember those live action SpongeBob videos that were all over YouTube around the mid-2010s? It's kind of like that. Basically, everything that's set at the station itself will be original filmed content with actors. That's what I want to do with it. I'm going to seek out a location on where exactly would be the best spot to shoot for the train station. I'm going to order a whole ass conductor costume so that I can play Mr. Conductor. And I'm going to find some of my local talented friends, and they're going to play the recurring characters. What really gets interesting is all of the non-live action train station segments that Shining Time Station would usually do. In particular, the Thomas segments, the Jukebox Band segments, and the public domain music video segments. The Thomas segments, obviously, I'm just going to recycle some Thomas and Friends Abridged episodes. And I plan to go in order of when I released them. Similar to how the original Shining Time Station was created, I'm going to try and make the episode itself thematic to the Thomas segment. Next up, what I'm going to do with the Jukebox Band segments, I have been on the fence about it if I actually want to dub over those segments, but Part of the whole reason why I did an abridged series for Thomas and Friends Abridged in the first place is because the characters' mouths don't move, so you can make them say literally anything. It's not as easy with these jukebox band segments simply because you see their mouths move, and it kind of defeats the charm. So, what I instead decided to do is that I'm going to create my own original puppet segments. And these will not be the Animal Logic characters, these will be original creations. So definitely be excited on what new puppet shenanigans will be in Shining Time Station Abridged. And then we get the public domain music videos. What Shining Time Station does with its music videos are very interesting. There's always a moral attached to it, but the thing is, it's usually either a music video featuring public domain cartoons or a music video with original footage shot specifically for the episode. I have decided to do is that if an episode that I am parodying or making fun of for Shining Time Station Abridged features a public domain cartoon, then I'm going to riff a public domain short film, MST3K style. The film has to be short enough to be a short film, so it has to be under 30 minutes, because I don't want the entire video to just be this stupid riff. I've already selected a number of short films that I want to do, and some are as short as 5 minutes and as long as 15. What I'm going to do when it's original footage shot for the episode, I'm actually going to take some of these sketches that are still on the Mr. Johnson channel that have yet to be re-uploaded to Weird TV and just put them in those episodes as just fun little snippets. And this goes into the final stance on what exactly the show will be. As I mentioned, but the show will not be a dub-over of Shining Time Station like Thomas and Friends Abridged is. It will more likely be an elaborate parody of it, where there's film segments, there are dubs, there are riffs, and there are just tons of other fun things. However, I will directly parody certain episodes of the show. It won't be as direct as Thomas and Friends Abridged is, but for Shining Time Station Abridged, we will more likely be creating the episode from scratch rather than adapting the episode directly. And so far, at least basing off of the episodes that I've seen, the only episodes I really plan to adapt directly are the pilot episode, the episode where Schemer was a radio host, and the episode where Schemer and Stacy had a love potion put upon them. But if there are any episodes that either you guys or any of the creative team that I'm going to have on this show wants to directly parody, then obviously I will go ahead and do that. But for right now, it's just those 3 episodes that I'm interested in parodying. Not to say that those are going to be the first 3 episodes immediately, but just to let you know, those are definitely topics of interest. Outside of that, when should we expect to see Shining Time Station Abridged? I would expect late May at the earliest. Again, this show is going to be much more elaborate than Thomas and Friends Abridged, or even really Chad Stevenson. There will be sets, there will be actors, there will be locations, there will be a whole bunch of stuff on top of the recycled Thomas and Friends Abridged segments, because there's also the riffs, and there's also the puppet segments. There's going to be a lot going into this show, and frankly, I'm really excited on what we'll do for it, and what you guys will think of it. And I can already tell you now that we do have 3 seasons in mind, because there are 3 seasons of the actual Shining Time Station. But anyway, guys, that is all that I have for you today. Are you guys excited for Shining Time Station Abridged? Please let me know in the comments below. And also, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that bell to be notified on when episode 1 drops on this channel. But until then, I will see you later. Bye!